Happy last day of April, people. Got us a quick repair, quick diagnosis, small RTU, Lennox. I like the Lennox. This thing's old as dirt, still running. Okay, got the tail damage, it's got the dings and the rusts, and it's still just going like it should be. But so I was just gonna put this in one part and then do the second one later on, but I didn't make it to load the first one. So I don't know, you get to see them both. How about that? Diagnosis and the repair. 3 days later. Anywho, I don't know. Enjoy or whatever. Don't enjoy. Watch it anyway. I don't care. But hit that subscribe for me. That would be awesome. Enjoy it. So, what do we got today? Basically, a company had come out, did a quote on a repair for an AC unit, and they're wanting a separate quote. So, when I do things like this for separate quotes, I don't just go and assume that their diagnosis was accurate. I will diagnose it myself, and you can't ever trust the other guy, you know. No offense if you're the other guy, all right? You just can't put your faith, love, and trust into another human because you don't know who that human was. Now, if I did know who it was and I knew them personally, fine, I still wouldn't trust them. Whatever. Blower's going like a champ. So, this coil is pretty dirty, and apparently this thing got a PM yesterday. But it's old, so I'm not going to hold this against them. All these fins are folded over sideways. Lots of good things need to happen. But this is a Lennox, people. Okay? Lennox can do some things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make cooling work. Their diagnosis was a bad fan motor, which would be a very quick and easy replacement. Typically not something I would even quote, and I bet you that they're accurate in that, because that shaft is a rusty. In fact, I might not even quote them for a fan motor alone. I might do the blade also, because getting that off, I would have to spray it down probably today and let it soak. I can tell the fan motor has been replaced, but I guarantee you people, they probably did not take the plug out of the bottom of it. And if that's the case, then it's going to sit there and hold water. As much rain as we've had lately, that would actually make sense. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's make the cold happen. These are my trusty jumpers. Always carry jumpers in your pocket, people. It's going to help you a lot. Pocket, tool bag, put it in your thing, on your deal, whatever. And we're going to take our not G, moron. We're going to take our Y. I don't know why. And we're going to put it on the thing here. Did they disconnect it? How come it's not calling? What do we got going on here? Y1 is calling. Did they disconnect something? We got the things over here. We got the thing. So these Lennox, not this one specifically, because I don't see any pressure switches, but oh yeah, right here. The condenser fan will run off of pressure switch. When the head pressure comes up too high, the fan comes on. which I think is friggin' awesome. They don't do that anymore. Did that in these older ones, but I haven't seen that in a hot minute. So there's also a fan relay right here, which is what I'm looking at right now. We got, should be one leg here, and then the other leg should be here. Well, one leg of power should always be fed to that fan motor, and the other leg comes from the switch leg whenever the coil voltage is hit on this. We got a error number 13. High pressure. Okay, well that would indicate bad fan motor, but we're going to go ahead and do the thing here and go, huh, hit the reset button, and then it's going to try. I think I got to hold it. There it is. Alright, let me see what happens on this thing. I have a feeling their diagnosis was accurate. We're going to have a bad fan motor. I got compressors, but I don't even have power coming. Like, this thing's not even trying. So we may not have a bad fan motor. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to trace out some wires. I gotta know exactly which wires are coming there. I'm not going to take my time because look at the things. You know, the spitters are up there just ready to spit all the stuff on me. Power's off. There's my capacitor to that thing. That thing being the thing over there, okay, the fan motor. So we know these two wires are coming in. We got our very simple 4-wire configuration. All right, so we got 2 of them right here. Basically, I'm going to make sure that I'm getting voltages, because that's not a very old motor. We're going to reset it again. So we got our, where does that wire go? That goes to the fan motor. That doesn't go to anything. That's where that goes. It goes to nowhere. And on this side, we got one leg is always hot, the other leg is off the top of the contactor, so that is interesting. So theoretically, that should always be hot as well. Okay, get our voltmeter out here. We're going to test on her. As soon as that compressor kicks on, we're going to see if we're getting voltage. If not, I don't even think, like, according to this, our fan relay is not even being used. So it should automatically come on. Like, pretty much the way it's wired is it's going to come on immediately when power is given to the unit, and it's going to run all the time. That's the way it's currently wired. Maybe the relay's bad. I don't know, people. Okay? I don't know. I don't have to tell you. But the way it's wired, looks like it should be running all the time. I'm sorry, I just bumped you into the thing there. All right, power. Oh, so far, I'm getting 9 volts. $10 volts, 9 volts, 10 volts, 9 volts. Hurry up and wait. Can't hold this here forever. Come on now. There's a big old flag. Someone needs to call the city on that flag because it is tattered. Don't fly a tattered flag, people. We're here in Rockwall, Texas. I love Rockwall. It's a beautiful place. Got the lakes and the money. You know, not a place I'm ever going to live, but beautiful place. Yep. As I'm just waiting. Let's hurry up and wait. I got the jumper on the thing. Come back to it. I'm not going to sit there and hold that on there. My hands are starting to cramp. What I can do though is check. Maybe I got top and bottom contactor mixed up in my brain. That's 211. That goes to my orange and my black. Orange and my black. Oh, I see now. That black is the wrong one. I was looking at the wrong one. Table. So that begs the question, what is this one for? That one is there. It's not the wrong black. So why am I not getting my voltage here? I have a broken wire somewhere. I don't get it. Here I'm only getting 9 volts, which probably means I'm getting one leg. You can see for sure. 120. That one's going to show 120 because it's sharing the same leg of power. There's got to be a broken wire somewhere. Huh. Let's see here. I don't see anything obvious. That doesn't mean there's not a broken wire, but that is a very, very cheap fan motor that was put on there. No way to test it on this end. But it's, like I said, it's a very simple 4-wire configuration. 2 wires go to your capacitor, 2 wires are your 2 hots. So theoretically, whenever your 2 hots are hot, the thing should do the stuff. I say theoretically, that's not theory, okay? Okay, that's like reality, okay? Oop. Whew. Excuse me. That goes up to here, which then goes to there, which then goes to there, goes to there. Come on, tooling, do stuff. It's not even showing a call right now. Number 18, wiring diagram. That's one bad thing about these old Lennox, is that is Y1. Not even showing a call for cool right now, which is very odd when I have it jumped out. That's Y2. Y2 is number 12. Let's do that. Nothing. Okay. It's probably on a delay. you here for my 20. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm not even getting voltage. There it is, 210. No fan. All right, that's all I needed to know. We're gonna kill it here. Actually, we're gonna let it trip on high head because we know that it does. That's not gonna hurt anything. That's why it's in place. It's a safety feature. We're gonna let it do its safety thing, and I'm doing that because I want the blower to continue to circulate air. Luckily today is gonna be a fairly warm day. And I'm not too terribly concerned about their cooling. We could change this thing out today if we wanted. What's number 12? High pressure. Okay, so it's going to do that a couple of times, and then it's going to trip. Oh, don't forget your jumper, moron. Then it's going to lock out, which has to have a hard reset whenever it does that. My guess is it's a 1/4 horse. This is a small unit. Let's see here. Model number. 1224-3648. I might have to look that model number up. It's not a common number, but on this should tell us compressor, indoor condenser motor, 1/2 horse. Oh my goodness. All right, well, I'm glad I looked at that because I would have assumed it's a 1/4 horse. 1/2 horse single phase. LGA 088. I just don't know what tonnage that is. Another thing I'm going to do, because I might quote them for a new blade. The blades are not expensive. They're probably about $100. But it saves on your labor. And plus, if you twist those screws off, you're going to have to get a blade anyway. And those screws are extremely they are extremely rusted. So I'm going to take my shroud. We're going to get a good guesstimate here. It's a 24-inch shroud. The current blade is, let me get the thing on the right stuff here, about again. I can already feel the heat coming up. Looks like 23 inches. To make sure, I'm going to go ahead and pop this lid off. I'm going to actually measure the blade. Oopshaw! Well, I don't know why I put the thing up if I'm going to do the thing. People, hold me accountable now. This thing is really old, so it don't have very many more blade changes left in it anyway. Hit. Looks like this whole lid has been folded up. Somebody was doing some work inside there. I'm gonna find the tonnage on this and see if they even, we got a couple RTUs at the shop that were bought accidentally. I don't know. Okay, don't ask questions. But we might be able to say, hey, we got one right now. Got one right meow. Hup, hup. On this, I do definitely want to be accurate. not trying to, they don't do nothing. It's not even hot. Like something inside there is just wide open, you know. This blade has been replaced before. I can guarantee you that's not the original. So I am exactly 12 inches to center. It's a 24-inch blade. I did it again, trying to hit a right quarter horse. Half horse 1075. Give me one more feature, and then we're gonna call it good. We'll do a little roof walk. Let me get all the stuff together. Think I can make it? Yeah, I'm gonna quit my job, join the NBA, people. That's right. I'm definitely not a basketball player. I made the basketball team 1 year, and that was my 8th grade year. And that's only because I was tall and the coach could not see. There's 3 reasons. 1, I was tall. 2, the coach could not assess my inability to play basketball because I had a broken hand. And number 3, coach played golf with my dad. Yeah, coach regretted that decision. The whole season I ended up playing about 3 minutes, of which I was able to take 1 shot, and it was a straight up 100% air ball. I tried the Jordan fadeaway because people were all up in my business. Yeah, that's my that's my basketball story. Okay. So, anywho's, one of the story is I'm not going to be quitting my job to join the NBA. Okay, not going to happen. Or any other professional sport for that matter. Although I do love sports, and I do play stuff. Okay, let's go around the roof. All right, that's a chimney for the fireplace room. No, it's not real wood. I don't even know if you could do that in a restaurant. But it is a beautiful room, which is that thing. Huh? Yeah. That's the fireplace. This is a newer fella. I remember the old one many years ago. I haven't been here in a while. Don't know if I would lay a disconnect down like that, but I don't think they had an option. So let me rephrase that then. I definitely would lay a disconnect down like that in this situation. Oh glory! Oh glory! Texas is twisted, and if it wasn't wet on this roof, I'd get up there and I would fix Texas. But I don't think I can, because I'm going to slip and fall on my butt. Let's see here. Whew. Can I fix Texas? I got a bug that flew right on my nose and stuck there. I can't fix Texas. It's too tall. Sorry, Texas. Transformers for the LEDs. Gas on. Huh? Tree. Oh, that's not on the roof. I'm gonna skip that part. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Water damage. Uh-oh. Let me do a picture of that, just so I can show the boss. Water damage. No bueno. Something to think about. There's another old one. This is, now these two, the one on the other side and this one, are original to this building. 20 years old, I believe. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. There's no way. It looks like it's about the same size as the other one. I don't know. I don't know. Walk-in cooler, freezer, walk-in cooler, walk-in cooler. And it's the beer cooler. That's the food cooler. Worked on these a couple times. Matter of fact, I think I did a video on one of these. This one specifically. Ice machine, ice machine. Hoshisaki isomatic kitchen. This big feller It'll knock out that heat load. Vent hood, vent hood, vent hood, vent hood, vent hood, vent hood. Ah, the vent hoods. Mega Bear, Mega Bear. As you know, if you're venting stuff out, you gotta bring the stuff back in, or you create a pressure imbalance in the building and all the bad things happen. Not all the bad things happen. Just like, you just got, never, doors closed. Ah, cancer maker. We saw that before I left. Neon, neon. Just so you know, if you're getting near neon, don't touch the thing. Okay? That's how you wake up dead. All right, we don't want to do none of that. I know I had y'all down for a little bit, but now that we're up, you can see these two guys are still running like a champ, and they're old as dirt. They have definitely gotten their money's worth. This used to be, every unit on this roof used to be old Lennox. And this guy took a minute to come in. I remember that. I think they had to wait on that one. It wasn't us that did it, but I think they had to wait like 8 months for that thing to come in. That's back after the Rona hurt everyone's feelers. Made everyone think they didn't have to work anymore. Did I say that out loud? I think I said that out loud. Anywho, I'm gonna get off this roof, let them know what's going on. If they say yes, they gave us a thumbs up, then we'll do the thing here while we're doing the thing. Okay, be a quick, easy video. Hey, deuces. Catch y'all on Flip Flop, or next time, or whatever. What do I call about that flag? 3 days later. So, they approved the quote pretty quick. I didn't even get a chance to upload the diagnosis. And here we are, 3 days later. Got us a fan motor. Got us a fan blade. And somewhere in my thing here, we got the hub thing. It does the, holds the deal on the thing. Anyway, let's get rolling on this. Should not take long. First thing we want to do, turn off the power so you don't get zapped, because she's still running with a 75 code. What is that one? That's different. We're gonna ignore that one. I don't even, this says outdoor temperature sensor error, which is completely different than anything we saw before. We're gonna hope that after the reset, okay, we don't have that problem, okay? And we'll get rolling with this motor. I know I made a promise, all right? I was gonna promise to try to take that hub off. Your boy didn't bring the WD-40. I went digging through my truck for like 10 minutes looking for the WD-40, and I can tell you, I'm still gonna give it a little bit of effort, because you never know, she might just pop right off. Highly unlikely, but promise is a promise. If I said I was gonna try, then I'm gonna try. I just don't have the tools to be successful, but sometimes they just fly off, you know. And I have a suspicion on what actually happened to this fan motor to begin with, because it does not look that old. And the fact that it's not hot or doesn't even try makes me raise my eyebrow just a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Yep, that comes off. See if the second one comes off. This was one of my biggest worries, was were these gonna come off? I don't know. If this fan blade pops off, they're gonna save some money on this quote. Typically if you quote it for a, goodness, got frogs in the throat. If you quote them for something, the quote's a quote's a quote. You're gonna live by the quote. But one of the things that I would love to see change in this industry is taking advantage of the customer. Maybe the customer has a lot of money. Maybe their company has a lot of money. Maybe they don't. They're like, do what you got to do to fix it, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, R&M is R&M. Repair and maintenance, guys. That's what that means. So every company will have a budget for their repair and maintenance bill at the end of the year. And they may need something really big at the end of the year that's not in their budget. And they still have to figure it out if it's something necessary for the business to operate. Becomes a capital expense or an emergency repair. And a lot of times that hurts. But if we want to save pennies here and there, maybe at the end of the year, you know, they got the thing they got the dollars to do the thing that's the big emergency. And maybe they don't even need it at the end of the year. I don't know. The thing is, we can't predict the future. Watch this. It's gonna come off. That's a negative, Ghost Rider. But I'm not gonna spend bukus of time trying to get this off. I am going to, hey, don't forget your hydration, all right? I am going to put a piece of sandpaper on it. Some of you call sand cloth, emery cloth. I don't understand, because it's called sandpaper, people. All right? Oh, emery cloth. Why are we using the big funky terms, emery cloth? It's sandpaper. I don't know. Maybe sandpaper is a trademark name. No, you can't say the word sandpaper because it's copyrighted and trademarked. Someone's got that locked up. It's like Velcro. Okay, Velcro is a brand. But hey, people, what do we say? We say Velcro. All right. It's supposed to say hook and loop. That's way too much. We're doing too much. Too much effort goes into saying that. Hook and loop. Let me get my hook and loop fastener. No, get your dang Velcro fastener and figure it out. All right? Hook and loop. All the extra words. All because it's trademarked. Someone owns that. Someone owns everything, people. I'm gonna get this shaft cleaned up. She looks good. Now, see if we can jar it loose. I don't think she's having it. I'm gonna take a whopping 5 minutes on this. If it just pops loose, we have a chance. We'll give it one more shot here with some shanties. Some shanty locks. We'll hold the shaft with the channel locks and try to spin the blade and break it loose. But even then, once it's broke loose, even then, you're still gonna have some struggles, okay? Yep. It still ain't go time from there. Goodness, is there another set screw in this? No. I hesitate to do it from this side, because if you gouge up this shaft. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the whole thing out. I put in max effort. Okay, she's not even kind of budging. If I didn't have an option, then I would be running down the street grabbing some WD-40, and I would also go down to my truck and grab my hub puller. I would also have to get an angle grinder because my hub puller ain't gonna go that far back, and we would chop that thing off flat, put the hub puller on, some WD-40 or some penetrate or some liquid wrench, whatever your flavor is. All right, that's what we'd be using. But guess what, it ain't gonna happen that way. So I believe that's a 1/2 inch. We're gonna get a wrench in there. We're gonna take this thing out if I can find my wrenches. There's a box of screws. I know I carry a lot of crap in here, but guess what, I make minimal trips to the truck. I believe in the end of the day, you got one hard climb up the ladder instead of 15 easy climbs up the ladder. It'll make life easier on us. My guess is that's a 1/2 inch. Let's see if it's a 1/2 inch. I guessed right, boys and girls. All right, 1/2 inch. And sure, the ratcheting side's not going to fit on there. So we got to do it the good old-fashioned way. One flipping, wrenching at a time. All good. No worries. We gonna get there. This is one of those fast-forward moments. Okay, so let me get the zip ties cut off of them wires. We're almost there. We're almost home already. Not really, but I mean, this is easy work, people. What can I explain while I'm doing this? Can we explain what a condenser fan motor does? I mean, that's some serious, bare basic stuff. Condenser fan motor takes the air, sucks it in through the coil and out of the top, thus making the condenser condense the refrigerant going through it. Let me see how the previous people got this wired up, and we're gonna probably go ahead and wire it the same way. All right, I got her tied off in here. All right, let's take our new motor out and make sure our wires are long enough. You start cutting wires, people, too early, you're gonna realize you may not have enough wire, and you got 15,000 wire nuts in there because you got to extend here and there. Every time you put a wire nut somewhere, that's a place that it could fail later on. What do we got here? We got a Mojave. Woo! She spins good. I always take my wiring diagram, even though this, I don't really need it. If you've done this enough, you don't need your wiring diagram. But if you need it, hey, stick her on the thing there. You figure it out. Okay, this is the same wiring configuration as the other one. Now, are my wires long enough to make it? I don't know. See what hole they went through. Oh man, they did some work. Whoever did this, they put some work in it, you know? Feeding, most people will just mount all the crap inside the condenser compartment, which I don't necessarily agree with. But I think what we're gonna do this time is everything that I just said I didn't agree with. They were gonna cut these right here, as long as these wires are in good shape, and they are. You always want to check on the places where they mounted to the bracket, because sometimes that wears through. These are perfectly solid. There's nothing worn through at all, not even not even the beginnings, okay? We're good. So I'm gonna cut this, leaving me lots of slack inside here. I don't even have to leave a lot of slack because that's got plenty. We're gonna cut them right here, and then we're gonna splice directly into these wires, because I don't think the new one has wires long enough to reach where these are going. And then we'll just go in there in the other compartment and replace the capacitor. So she's free. Let's see if she lifts right out of here. Yep. All right, there she is. Now, my investigative thing here. I haven't checked yet, but this looks like a relatively new motor, as in probably within the last year and a half. If someone didn't take the plug off the bottom, it's gonna fill up with water and it's gonna stop working. So, bets? Huh? Put in the comments now. Who thinks there's a plug on the bottom? I see the plug, 2 plugs on the top. I'm gonna say there's still a plug in the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Oh, they took them out. Dang, I'm wrong. Well, whatever. You sue me? All right, let's get this. I'm not gonna mount this blade until we get it in there, because you gotta make sure you put it in the right part of the shaft. Where did I put the hub? The hub is in here somewhere. Look, there she is. Hub. And then Allen wrench. All right. Close that up so my crap doesn't fall everywhere. Okay, and make sure you mount the blade the right way. If we mount it like this, that means that the blade is going to have to spin like this. And if it spins like this, what's it going to do, people? It's going to put the air down, which is the wrong way. We mount it like this, it has to spin like this, which means it's going to pull the air up. Right? Right. So that's how it's going to get mounted. Got to have a hub. It looks like that other fan blade had been replaced before, but it didn't have a hub on it, so I kind of wonder if it actually was replaced. Oh no. See, your boy, I lost my dang Phillips bit to my impact. It looks like I'm gonna be hand wrenching the dang screws in here, and I don't even think I have a real Phillips head screwdriver, because I think I left that on the roof. There's a not real one. It's kind of skinny. I think it'll get the job done. And then I got to make sure when I get home tonight I put my my screw in the thing. So think about this. It's going to be on the top, so your gravity is going to be going down. I don't necessarily want to mount it like this, but I think this would probably be the best way to mount it. No, we're going to mount it on top, and the reason is because I need to be able to put my set screws in without having to reach underneath the blade. So we're gonna mount it like this. Well, you gotta turn the thing the right way, the holes line up. The screws just go right in, you know, really easily. Just, they're not, just like this. Getting in the hole. Is that even in? That one's in, yes. Another fast forward moment. Okay. Get our motor in first. We got the hub ready. I like to go ahead and put the set screws in the hub because I'm gonna lose them. I know me. I know me. They're gonna end up in Narnia if I don't get them in there now. Just a little bit, you don't got to put them very far in. Although it's a good idea to go ahead and get them in far enough to matter. I should have brought the tees. I didn't even bring the tees up here. Let's see, what size do I need? I think that's it. That's close. Oh, yeah, that's it. Bring it in until you see the end come through. That way, whenever it's on there, you don't have a whole lot of spinning to do. Today, Junior. Let's go. Let's go. There it is. All right, there's one. Come on, get on the thing. There you go. Good job. Not talking about me, good job. I'm talking about good job to the Allen wrench. Brand new, $7. $7, people. What happened to my last one? One of these little bolts fell off. Couldn't find it anywhere. Dang thing just exploded. So Got a bunch of little Allen keys, but if you ever try to use one of these without being on the wrench thing, it don't work very well. Motor. And we're gonna hope I have enough wire nuts in my pocket to make this thing work. And make sure your ground doesn't get pinched in there. So I always push the ground down first, since for some reason at the factory they like to stick the ground straight out. All right, let's see problem one. We gotta take these things out because they're gonna cause a problem. Should be 1/4 inch. They're made for mounting on something different. These are it's a universal motor, so it can go on all kinds of stuffs. So they're made for a different style of mount. We're gonna make sure our butt plug's pulled out. I know, I call it a butt plug, but there they are. Plugs are gone. She can drain. I know I was wrong with the last person. If you're the last person that did that last one, accept my deepest apologies. I had no faith. And I should have had faith considering how good you ran the wiring. So kudos to you on that one. All right, now let's sit her in there. Get down there, ground. All right, ground is through the bottom. Uh-oh, I found problem number 2. You gotta put the wires in first, people. Come on, don't be an idiot. All right, now, let's see how well we can get this in there. Get out of the shucks, get 'em. Try not to pinch these wires in the bracket, because then you got problems. The ground is sitting out now. I don't have enough hands. Get down there. Sometimes it's easier to stand inside the condenser so you're not reaching over. Or get like a cinder block or something to stand on. Could have done that, maybe. Cinder block, cinder block. Nope, no cinder blocks. Well, that idea's scratched. Come on, we're almost there. What are we hung on? What are we? There it is. You just got to get mad. And before I do anything, we're going to see that right now the configuration on the rotation is red or orange, orange, yellow, yellow. We'll look on our thing here. That means it is counterclockwise lead end. Lead end means if you're looking at it from the opposite end of the shaft. So in other words, this is shaft end, so it's going to be clockwise. So this motor is going to rotate like this. Is that the way we need it to rotate? Answers in the comments. 3, 2, 1. No, it's not the way you need it to rotate, people. We're going to go ahead and change that now, so I ain't got to dig in there after this thing's already put together. And we're going to basically, we're changing the polarity so it goes the opposite direction. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. No, nothing to it, people. Nothing to it, okay? Uh-oh, did I get my thing stuck in the deal? I sure did. What is going on? There it is. All right, now let's hope that we have... Is this enough to make it in the thing? It's gonna make it to right about... How far do I gotta make it? Oh, that's gonna be close. Maybe we can do it. If I have zip ties, we're gonna give it a shot. I got zip ties. Let's try to make it across the deal. So let's go ahead and pull all these out. Okay, and see how much luck we have fishing these in. I did not think that through, did I? I don't have access into that thing. Maybe if I go in through this side. Yes, I just made this harder than it should have been. Don't judge. It's what happens when you want it to look pretty. If you want it to look pretty, sometimes it's going to be a little bit harder. I could have just wire nutted them right there, and we could have been on our way, and all the good things would be happening. But no, I had to do stupid things. Make it pretty. Come on. Oh, don't tell me I have to take this whole door off just to get this panel off because it's locked. No, I don't. See, that's what you do. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. Duh. I don't know what y'all are thinking. Of course it's going to happen. All right, I think I can do this. I think I can. Just get him in the hole. Oh, not around the thing. Yep. Go in there. Get. All right. See how much room we got over here. Woo! She's gonna make it. Yep. And we don't have to have extra wire nuts because we're just gonna use the ones that they had on here. As long as they come off right. They do. All right. Thanks. And I am going to reestablish all of my connections in there. So we're going to go the same as we did before, wire for wire. White goes to orange. Make sure you got a good connection. When you put these wire nuts on, people, put them on tight. Nice and tight. Get around there. Good strong connection. And then the black one. And then the next thing we'll do is the capacitor. How far is that going to reach? As far as it needs to. That's how far it's going to reach. What I'm going to do first is tie them down to the condenser bracket, but I'm going to do it a little differently than the previous peeps, and I'll tell you why. They didn't do anything wrong. I just like to have a little extra added protection, so in the areas that I'm going to be wrapping it on the deal thing, we're going to put a little bit of tape so that we don't have an issue, you know, soon down the road with these things grounding out to the bracket. It happens, these things vibrate, especially as old as this unit is, and it's not foolproof. All right, it's definitely going to prolong the life of these wires because they're going to be constantly rubbing very small, tiny little motions on the bracket wherever I zip tie it. Leave a flag. Don't forget to leave a flag. And right where I put that is right where we're going to zip tie it. Try to keep it underneath, not on top. Nice and tight. Now the hard part's going to be reaching the other one. Oh my goodness, reachy. These wires on this new motor are not quite as insulated as the ones on the old one. But then again, like I said, it wasn't even rubbing. I didn't have an area on the wire that was worn. They had held up very well. Good quality motor. Dykes, where'd you go? I don't know where they are. There they are. Dykes. Clean this up a little bit. Clippy, clippy. Clippy, clippy. That goes right there. All right, did I put my tape in water? Think, dude. All right, this side's just about done. Let's go ahead and put the blade on. We got two sides here, we got two set keys. So one thing that I like to do is push that in just a tiny little bit so it's not going to turn. It'll go on the right spot on the shaft, which should be right here. I might have turned it a little too much. I don't know. We're going to find out if I can find the hole. There it is. Okay. There. I did it perfectly. So when you're mounting a motor, oh, see, I'm over here getting ahead of things. Got to tighten the screw thing down. Uh-oh. Where's my ground? It got stuck in the deal. Come on, get out of there, ground. You're grounded. I know, it was a bad joke, okay. I know, I can't get it out. What do we got here? Yeah, that's stuck right down in the deal. Why would you do that to me? I'm gonna have to do stuff to get that out. I can't pull the motor out now because I've already got the stupid wires locked in place. So let's pull this bracket out a little bit and just, you know, really easily just slide it right out. Just so easily. It just comes right out of it. You know, just come on. Well, let's see here. We're gonna roll with it like it is, okay? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pull it through. No? Are we not gonna pull it through? Oh, we gotta get it out. Dadgummit. Cinder block? No. I need something to stand on. I already need to be about 1.5 inches taller. Over here standing on my shoe. I know that sounds dumb, like we stand on our shoes because we walk on them, but that's not what I meant. What I meant is I'm standing on one shoe with the other one to make me taller. Does that actually make me taller? I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. There it is. Got it. Have no fear. Now what am I gonna do with it? Typically I'd put it on this bolt, but in order to get it on the bolt, you gotta cut it because the bolts are too big. Getting water all over my thing here. So here's what I do. Clip that part off. I screw this bolt down until it gets taut. Not tight, okay? Taut. Then I stick the ground in there. We're gonna zip tie it here in a little bit. Stick the ground in there. I know you can't see it. I can't even see it, but I can feel it. And then we're gonna tighten it down. And this time I mean tight, not taut, okay? Fast forward moment? Probably. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, got her did. I'm not worried about that flying up into the fan motor. Not gonna happen. There's not enough slack on it. All right, next thing. Now we can do the blade. Trying to get ahead of myself. Okay, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by this motor, is the first thing you want to do is make sure that your fan blade is halfway between the shroud. A lot of people like to drop them, which there's nothing wrong with that. As long as the top of your blade is still inside the shroud, you want to be able to cup the air and throw it that way. Okay, like that. So right now, I'm gonna go with it the way it's sitting, as long as it'll turn and not hit anything. And we're gonna put this dude right in tight. One more time. Now on to the next thing. Sorry people, boss man came up. I had to converse. Where are we at? Capacitor. Don't need any new wire nuts. I already got the hot and the hot, two hots, wired up. We're gonna cut out this capacitor. And there's that guy. Cap might still be good, I don't know. You just put a new one on, all right? That's just the right thing to do. They don't cost anything. Well, I mean, cost something, but they're dirt cheap. Capacitors, I know people. Y'all gonna sit here and get mad at me for what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. All right? Residential companies, for a $30 to $50 capacitor, will charge you probably somewhere between $500 and $800. And I cannot be on board with that. That sounds, it just, and I know if you're into residentials and you do that thing, and I'm sitting here talking crap, like you're like, well, we got to pay our bills and blah blah blah. I get it, because that's what I've heard from any residential person that I've talked to, or a company. And I get it, you got to pay your bills, but man, at the homeowner, off the homeowner's back, like I just, you know, that's the business, and that's one of the reasons I can't do residential. I can't be a part of that just gouging. I don't know that there's any regulations that can be used to combat that, but to me it's just wrong. I don't think that we should be taking advantage of people like that. I get a markup, you got to have a markup, you got to make money, but man, there's a line to draw it somewhere. At some point you got to say, okay, we can't charge any more for this. And they're like, well, yeah, our line is $7 million. No, I mean, so you residential guys watching this, if you're mad because I said that, well, I'm sorry, but it is what it is, and I'm not lying. You know what, I don't want to put this right there, because what if it arcs out? Where can I put it? I can put it right here. No, because then it might arc on this. It's flopping back and forth. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to protect it with some tape, and we're going to go ahead and mount it to those wires from the blower motor, because I don't want this thing. I wanted to put it in the best spot possible to not arc out. And with those with these wires right here, no, that's bad too. Why don't y'all say something? Got the blower thing here, is gonna get tangled up in the deal. Okay, what else? Put it right here. That's not putting any stress on that. Or I could put it right. No, I can't do that. I need something to go from the top. We're gonna go with our original plan. I know, I did all that for nothing. So, what are you gonna do, sue me? That is not gonna arc out. I'm not worried about it. We got a big, fat, good piece of insulation on there. And, she's gonna be just fine. In fact, I'm gonna double up the zip ties. Just because. If one breaks, well, we got two, huh? And hopefully this thing will get replaced before the two breaks. Where you at? I feel you going in the thing. Oh, it's because you're going into the insulation. Let's not do that, people. I don't want you into the insulation. There we go. Get in my fingers. Get in my finger. There we go. All right. All right. Dikes. There they are. Clean her up. Oh my goodness. Bendy, bendy. Okay. Let's tie up these wires so they're not all loosey-goosey, willy-nilly. And we're gonna go around the thing also. I'm gonna go around this thing. That way I ain't gotta do it twice. Make her pretty, people. Make her pretty. Okay, where'd it go? Don't you run away from me. That's insulation going everywhere. Hopefully not in the yapper. All right. One last thing I am gonna do. Where'd my thing go? There it is. I'm gonna wrap these up too. All together, don't matter. Like I said, our job right now, this part of the job is to prevent arcing. For as long as humanly possible. So there's nothing in there that's exposed. Nothing's gonna arc. All the good things are gonna happen, and none of the bad things are gonna happen. All right, got the thing, here's the deal. Got the stuff. We got the things over here. Let's make sure the blade spins without smacking anything. Oh yeah. I believe we are going to be all right, people. Let's hit the go button. I'll put that grate on while it's going through its thinking process, deciding when it wants to go. And I might throw that over the side. I don't know, we'll see. Go button, let's see if our, oh, the fan motor just came on. Like I told you before, and you thought I was lying, this fan motor is wired to run all the time. Could be one of the reasons that it took a crap so early, but we definitely have air blowing out of the top and through this hole. But we're gonna leave it like it is. The fan relay is probably bad, and this thing being 20 years old-ish, I doubt, highly doubt, that we're gonna be worried about spending money on a blower relay when we're already looking into what it's gonna take to replace this thing. All right. Let's see if we got any codes going here. No codes. We got a heartbeat. We don't have a call. Let me put a jumper in. I want to feel the stuff. Watch the thing. Do the thing. I'm only going to put a jumper in Y1. I'm not going to put a jumper in Y2. Y1. Oh, 6. Come on, get on there the right way. And 18. Let's give it some minutes. Let it do its thing. Let me get the grate on. That thing's moving some good herb. Fast forward woman, maybe. All right, people, I'll stop boring you. I'm probably gonna cut that whole part out of there anyway. I'm gonna wait for this thing to come on, and then I will come back to you so we can see the thing doing the stuff. In the meantime, I'm going to walk the roof, but not like we've done actually in the last video. We already did the thing, but I'm gonna walk it to actually see if I can find any other issues that we need to point out. Make sure this guy's running fine. That's the kitchen unit, big old 20-ton Allied. Yeah, I'm just gonna poke my head in each one, make sure our motors are good, make sure, you know, all the good stuff's happening. I'll get back to you soon. Finally got it running. Wow, like really? I had to diagnose and troubleshoot and all the things, only to find out, people, my jumper stopped working. It don't jumpy anymore. All right, I was like, I'm not getting the voltages over to the thing. What's going on here? Did continuity on the jumper. She ain't got none. Yeah, got that many. 0. So time to refill the pockets with some different jumpers. I've been needing to do that for a hot minute, but anywho's, we are running, we are cooling, we are doing the stuff. This unit is I'm gonna go ahead and put in a quote, see if we can't get her switched on out. This one and the other old one on this roof, I believe they are 20 or 21 years old. It's the last two old ones here, last two original. So we'll go ahead and do that. This thing's got other sensor issues and things like that. I'm gonna watch it run for about 10 minutes. Just to make sure it's going to continue running. But it's got a lot of sensor problems. I don't even think it's got sensors, to be honest with you. There's usually a discharge, or sorry, an ambient temperature sensor. Right down here, I see it right in the thing there. Do you see it? I don't see it. It's usually sitting right. There's something there. Oh, that's a screw. I don't think it has sensors. These Lennox will have one for the ambient, but this one does not have a discharge air temperature sensor. I know that. I mean, I'm not even guessing. I know it doesn't have one. So we're getting that error on here. Well, not anymore. It went away. Huh. Yeah, she needs to go bye-bye. So we need to make that a priority. Get them some numbers in. Get this thing out of the way, because I don't think she's going to make it through the summer. If she does, it's going to be straight up 100% bypass everything except the safeties for the compressors and the safeties for the heat. So the heat board will stay as is, but all the safeties for the compressors are going to be, you know, run through those, go directly from the thermostat. Skip all the things up here. I don't want to get to that point, but if that's what we got to do to get them by, then that's what we got to do to get them by. As long as in the end of the day we're gonna get this thing, let her go to sleep. She's tired, you know. She's been around a hot minute. Been doing some work over the years, so that's what we're gonna do. I got my suction line sweating. I'm not even gonna look at that thing anymore. Oh, I guess I better take my jumpers off, otherwise we'll get a call that it's too cold in here. My thing's working too good. So there's the thing. There's the deal. All right, I haven't walked the deal yet. I'm gonna do that now. Make sure all of our other units are working fine. And until next time, people. Deuces. Beautiful flag. Love it.